Hello and welcome to the Hobby Corner. My name's Kev and today we are looking at issue 10 of the Imperium magazine. First of all, I want to say a massive thank you to Mr. Dan Brown for sponsoring this issue. You're an absolute fucking legend and thank you so much for being an absolute gem. If you want to be a sponsor of an issue, don't forget you can hit the Streamlabs or the Buy Me a Coffee link and make a donation through there. Just make sure to tell me who it's from and what it's for. And you too can be an absolute fucking legend with a nice little shout out in these videos and immortalized on the internet forever. So thank you so much again, Dan. Now, let's hop into this issue. Now, fortunately, or unfortunately, depends how you look at it, I got the correct sprue for the two things. So I'll bring this one over here, you'll see. That's where it would have been together and of course snapped in half. Now the problem is some people would have got two of these or two of these. I don't think I've actually seen anyone who's got two of the one that's supposed to be in 10, but definitely two of the one that's supposed to be in 9. But yeah, I digress. We have the correct one. We got the correct number of bases. There's 6 there because of course the other one has 4 guys on it and 2 scarab bases. This one has 6 and 1 scarab base. So yeah, we got the right amount of bases. So that's cool. So we'll pop that to one side. And then in this issue, we have more Necron reinforcements. You get to paint them. And of course, you've got a new playthrough. So let's have a look. All right, starting off, we got Ultramarines, weapon and war gear names. Cool, something different. So the Space Marines bear some of the most ancient and powerful weapons, armor and tools of war known to humanity. Some of these items have been born by the Adeptus Astartes' greatest hit warriors, and the names have become the stuff of legend throughout the Imperium. So let's have a look-see. We've got different names and stuff that you can name yourself. So you know, like on the little data sheet thing, you can put the accolades and stuff and name the weapons and all that. This just extends this, but with a lot more detail. And I think it's good fun. So you got ranged weapon names and you also got melee weapon ranges as well, like the Blade of Vengeance. Ha ha ha. That's so bad. Alright, let's roll something off. For a gun, okay, for a bolt rifle. This is the 10s and this is the units. So 15. Where's the rest of it? Am I doing D3 then? Yeah, I'm doing D3. Okay. D33. Don't be silly. Right, it's the D3. Alright, so that would be 22. Pitiless. And that'd be 33. Dread. Ooh, Pitiless Dread. What a nice name. By the way, 2 doubles. Come on. Give you a round of applause. And look, no magnets, so suck on that, Mr. Void. Anyways, tools of war, ranged weapons. The Space Marines must battle a variety of deadly foes, some of whom are numerous and possess such incredible firepower that they cannot be engaged with melee weapons alone. A chapter's armory contains many types of lethal weapons. Some are designed for precision and accuracy, while others deliver the most devastating payloads imaginable. So, it's the most associated with Space Marines and they fire explosive shells that detonate upon penetrating armor and flesh. So it punches through, then it goes awesome. We've got plasma weapons, the energy weapons that fire pulses of superheated matter. Plasma weapons can supercharge before firing, increasing their lethality at the risk of overheating and wounding or killing their bearer. So, nice little risk sort of factor there. It's crazy that that's an option, to be honest, like, but it is good fun on the table. We got melter weapons, which are absolutely rad, designed for use against tanks, fortifications, and heavily armored targets. They work by causing fusion reaction using volatile gases. The resulting energy is projected as a blast of heat that can burn through almost any material. The closer to the target, the greater the effect. Some similarities, but different. Like, it's the same result, but different methods essentially. They both are very good at penetrating armor. And then of course you got flamers, which are just basically flamers. We got auto weapons as well, so this is a nice auto cannon there. So they shoot lots and lots and lots, and we've got las cannons which shoot these little laser beams, but they're super charged. We also have volkite weapons. Fire rays of heat so intense that when they strike the victim, they can reduce flesh and armor to ash. So these were very common thousands of years ago, but they have now become scarce. The remaining volkite weapons are highly prized and are born in battle only by officers and veterans. Grav weapons are interesting though. They work by firing streams of particles that attract the gravitational field around the target, rendering them much heavier or lighter depending on the gun setting. These weapons are particularly useful against heavily armoured targets, as they can be used to crush the victim by increasing its already vast weight. Necron legions! Drawn from the lower levels of Necron society are the vast and unrelenting legions. Formed of several different types of Necron, the legions are the core of the Necron armies. It is beneath their grinding advance that the Necron's mortal foes shall fall. The phalanxes that comprise of the bulk of the Necron armies are made up of several types of android, including soulless Necron Warriors, elite Immortals, Deathmark's sharpshooters, and flying tomb blades. They're pretty tough, they can be resurrected a lot, the firepower is crazy. I remember back in the day, and I don't know if it's still a thing, because I haven't seen the full rules of Necrons in a long time, but with Gauss weapons, it didn't matter on what the armor of the thing they were shooting at was. You could get the most heavily armored tank, and on a roll of a 6, you always glanced, and a glance could do a lot of damage, especially with a lot of glancing, because you rolled on a table to see what that glancing hit did. And if you were super lucky, you could roll a 6 and then a 6 again to make it go boom. So they were good fun. Also, they used to be in units of 12, so that was so different. But moving on. So here are the Immortals. So they were once elite soldiers, and now they are just dudes with bigger guns. You got Deathmarks, which are assassins and snipers. Codes forbid the use of Deathmarks against honourable foes. Fortunately, the Necrons view most aliens as little more than vermin. So that's the thing. There's a bit of irony there. You got Warriors, who are just your rank and file, and they are absolutely brain dead. And then you got Tomb Blades, which are hardwired into swift speeders. They fly in unpredictable corkscrew patterns that make them difficult to shoot down, or as they strife enemies with devastating firepower. Never used them, never got them. They're a bit weird to me, but I look forward to seeing what they're like, because we get some in the collection, so that would be really cool. And then of course, here we go, look, you get some stuff painted now. So you start with the Brunel Brass, then you pick out the details with the Corax White, and now we got the Legion assembles. Slowly and inexorably, the Necrons of Megaria have begun to rise from their crypts. Phalanxes of Necron Warriors lead their resurgence, driving towards the surface. The battle for the Necrons' labyrinthine lair has become a grinding campaign of attrition. The Necrons have detected the presence of Imperial vessels in Megaria's orbit. If they are to stop the coming invasion in its tracks, they must first break out of their repair facility and prepare their positions on the moon's surface. So they got to lead the breakout, they got to hold them back. So here's the setup. You get the big map, you got 3 assault intercessors, and you got, oh, you're building them 5 and 5. Okay, well, I mean, you get more anyway, so that's cool. Flayers and 5 with the Reapers. There's no Scarab's there, but I mean, that would be a bit too much, wouldn't it? Using units. So now we're going into unit coherency. So essentially every miniature has to be within 2 inches of another model. The old W shape is usually the most used. Shooting with units. Each one model from that unit must be within range. Okay, and then they're all in range. All of the weapons attacks must target the same enemy unit. There you go. Models within the unit can shoot at different targets, but this must be declared before any dice are rolled. Okay, so you can't split the shots from one weapon if it has multiple shots, but you can split each model's shot between targets. You just got to declare that first. Then charging with units, again, you charge all together, and at least one has to get into the combat range, and then fighting with units. So all of them get to fight, but it says here models in base contact equal no piling, but you can do a piling of up to 3 inches. So if you're just out of range on the initial charge, you move your 3 inches on the piling before you do your attacks. So there you go. Got more fleshed out data sheets here. And you got your rules references here. And look at this. Got even more stuff going on here. So you got the attack sequence. And then of course you got your shooting limitations here. And you got your weapon types as well. Assault, pistol, rapid fire, and melee. Which is important to know the difference. And then we get to play. So continue and follow the instructions. The Necrons win the game if a Necron Warrior is touching the objective marker by the end of their 4th turn. So really you want to run them out as fast as you can. But that does mean you can't shoot. So what do you want to do? Stand and shoot with everything. Try and pick off as many as you can and then run. Do you want to run all the way, but you'll probably get caught up in combat? Or do you want to just slowly march and still be able to shoot? It's an interesting thing. Now, that's the end of this delivery. But in next delivery, in issue 11, we get the Phobos Armoured Primaris Librarian with the medium dry brush, and here we get some interesting paints. Screamer Pink. Why do we get Screamer Pink? Well, good question. Canoptic Alloy will be a good layer for the Necrons, and Agrax Earthshade, you can shade a lot of stuff with that as well. So, let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember to contact Hashir if you are one of those unfortunate, or fortunate, depends how you see it, who got the wrong sprue. And yeah, big shout out to Dan Brown again, you absolute fucking legend. And once again, if you want to be an absolute fucking legend yourself and be immortalized on the internet as such, then go to the Streamlabs or the Buy Me a Coffee link, make your donation there. Just make sure that you leave your name and the fact that it is for the Imperium magazine, so I know what it's for. And if you want to help support the channel, there are plenty of ways to do so. Just by subscribing, liking and sharing does plenty. But if you want to go a bit further, you can also go onto the affiliate links for Forbidden Planet to get your issues, or for Element Games for other hobby supplies. And if you want to join the Buy Me a Coffee membership like these awesome dudes have, then for as little as £2 a month, you can be secure in the knowledge that you are sponsoring and supporting your favourite hobby corner content creator. So thank you so much to everyone for your support and for the sponsors, and thank you so much to everyone for watching. Big love to you all. Stay safe, stay beautiful, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.